Cool.
We're on currently. And now, before we get started... Oh, starting receiving your content. Cool.
We're live.
We're live, but first I gotta send the link to a couple Discord chats. And they're not gonna see us do it because I fixed it so it's on the screen. So unlike usual where people accidentally see me go to various things.
You're mastering the skills. I'm so proud.
Let's go to YouTube. If you'll load. You little piece of garbage. Subscription.
Oops. Oh, I could see that being a thing, though. That's the sad thing.
YouTube is strange. Oh, why are you being... Just go straight to articulately composed. Let's stop whatever's slowing me down. It's okay, little computer. Sorry for the delay.
My non-homestuck roommate.
Oh, 2 people are watching. Who's watching this?
This is gonna be good.
Yes, it is. So, to people who are watching, I'm currently just trying to get... Ooh, if you go away... Ooh, I gotta...
Can they see us now?
They can see us. They can see us. They can hear us.
Okay, cool.
The only thing that they can't see is us playing, because we're not playing yet.
Awesome.
And now I just have to share this on Twitter and in a couple Discord chats, because...
Of course.
Yeah. We want an audience. We want people to see you be strange.
Oh no, yeah, no. I know, like we're doing that. I'm just getting ready to introduce myself, and I'm just like, I probably should wait until we get everyone. Come see my non. Do I have my phone on the charger? I do. I'm so good.
Nice. All right. Tweet is out. Let's send this to this group. Super. They'll get it. I'll send it to them.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Maybe this would be the right place to put it. I won't send it to Lemon Light because they won't know what it is. I won't send it to those because they're inactive. And I'm going to be sending things to people.
And here I was hoping we'd send it to the ghosts.
What ghosts? Oh, hey!
The ghosts of the dead. of Discord chats that
Hey,
no longer
people
survive and
are
can't see this.
talking. Hello, everyone, and yes, Nim, I'm going to torture Chrissy with this.
Yay!
I've been torturing her with this for. Oh, am I frozen?
Huh? Oh, I'm frozen.
I think this is kind of slow. Oh no, there's just a delay. Okay.
Oh gosh, that's freaky.
Thank you guys all for coming. So, without further ado, I guess. Oh, gotta turn that so you're in this frame. Without further ado, we will begin Chrissy's adventure into Friendsim. Except she's already onto volume 11, so it's not really much of a
I'm
new
ready.
adventure. Volume 11. Where are you?
It's always a new adventure with Friendsim.
Another night. Another long, long walk. Despite the blisters, you've started to feel truly optimistic. You've got a lot going for you these days.
Of course, thank you.
True, you're still technically a castaway on a hostile planet with absolutely no hope of rescue. But if you were completely honest, Earth was pretty shitty too. Sure, 98% of everyone here is a psychopath who would rip your face off as soon as they look at you, but it's the other 2% that are really going to make it all worth it. We've already done Linera. We're going to do Malik.
I won't be able to tell how much he wants to kill me without the knife meter. Maybe, is there like a nose ring meter maybe that we could just see like what level of coolness he thinks I'm at?
And maybe you're pushing your luck at this point. A reasonable person would just hit up one of their many, many new friends and find a place to crash. But the night is young, so to speak, and you have a good feeling about this particular desolate stretch of road. You're just wondering where you should hide out for the day when a long car pulls up next to you on the street. You hunch your shoulders and keep walking, hoping they're just here for the scenery. But you're literally the scenery here, so when the back door opens and two trolls lumber towards you, you can't say you're surprised.
I am surprised.
You're a little surprised when they each grab hold of one of your arms and drag you into the car. Up until now, you found trolls to be surprisingly chatty. You weren't expecting the assault and ask questions later approach. The car takes off before you have time to catch your breath. You will never catch that breath. It's blocks behind you now. It's loose. And here you are without your breath, face to face with a troll who's leaning back on his bench seat.
I want this room. Can we like modify our dorm to look like this? They have video games, little chairs. The trails have little troll horns on them.
They're probably from murdered trolls that had their horns glued onto things.
But they're so cute. But they're all so uniform, though. But like you don't have to hunt you like to get the specific horns. Oh, I like that.
Just straight chillin'. The dome light glints off his blue eyes and what someone less hip than you might describe as way too many piercings. He has them in his ears, nose, and eyebrow. He even has a couple in his horn. His hair is shaved in a daring undercut, and his teeth are sharp.
Our first nosed troll.
Wait, tell everybody your theory about noses.
This is like the attraction to noses, right? Like, if a troll has noses, they're automatically attractive. Just because they look a little more human/normal. And also because smelling is an important feature in many relationships.
She was wondering why everybody found Marvis and Lank so attractive, and I was like, well, they both have noses. So
you guys find a purple troll attractive? Do we... What? How? He's murder cult... Moving on. Let's go on with like a Piercy boy here.
Yeah. Hey.
How do you even get piercings in your horn? Can you feel that?
Probably use a little drill.
Is it like... I'll imagine sometimes I think the horns are made of candy corn. So I like to think like they had to get like a flambe torch or something like to do that. And as they did, it smelled like burnt sugar.
Back in the old days of Homestuck, there was this, like back in like the golden age era of like 2013, there was this recipe going around Tumblr that was like how to make your own candy corn troll horns. And I like saved it. Never did it because I hate candy corn, but like it would be a cute little project.
I actually have another friend who, like, for some reason, did people watching, I attract Homestucks. I have a friend back home who was a Homestuck, and for a cosplay, made me horns. out of like flour and stuff like that.
Flour?
It was like a paper mache thing.
Oh, I always used paper clay.
Yeah, but they used flour. My dog was obsessed with getting it. I had to put it on so many different shelves. And she's like a 5-pound little dog, but oh my gosh, she jumped places. Eventually she got them, and they were mercilessly destroyed. But honestly, it's probably for the best, seeing as you're all that sweet Homestuck trash. It's kept me out of your fandom's clutches thus far.
I'm going to drag you in feet first.
My dog's protecting me. She's not here though, so I have to. It's only my will against yours. Dun, dun,
what
dun.
choice do you want to make?
Let's go with hay.
You murmur a hello while trying not to meet those alarming blue eyes, because although you've amassed quite a cache of high blood hoes, you know what blue typically means for you. Yikes a clock.
I like his eyeliner.
You don't love the idea of throwing yourself out of a moving vehicle, but you also don't love being stuck inside of one with a high blood.
Oh, of course.
You open the door, and before the troll or his ruffians have a chance to protest, you ollie out of there. You were right. You don't die, but it sucks.
Ooh! I felt that.
That faceplant, though. Alright.
No, that was awesome. Like, he's certainly doing yoga. At least our narrator, Piro.
The MISPA reader?
What does that mean?
MISPA stands for MS Paint Adventures. He is the character that is sort of shown in the comic every once in a while as that's supposed to be you. It's like, there's certain times in Homestuck where something happens and then the character that's supposed to be you stands up and shoots himself. Because the thing was so mind-blowing.
That's quite foolhardy, actually. Hussy assuming that I would blow my brains out because it was so mind-blowingly awesome that my being was freaked to that regard. But that is actually
it's a recurring
cool.
joke.
It's so nerdy, but I love it.
Hey yourself, asshole. Oh, damn. Some of your newfound self-confidence just bubbled out of you like spit up from an infant. This is gonna go bad fast.
Oh!
But instead of immediately murdering you, he looks at you up and down, checking you all out in your ragged glory. He smiles, slow and lazy. It does things to your guts. Friendship things.
His teeth are so sharp. He's like a piranha.
His smile stretches wider, going slightly lopsided from his piercing. He looks like he likes what he sees, even if what he sees is you being a rude bitch. Fair. I did just get my boys to drag you off the street. I get how that is a little not chill. Sorry about all that. I'm Malik. Malik doesn't look too sorry, but you're distracted by one of his boys who is looking at you through a familiar pair of eyes hidden behind a fall of dark bangs. Hey, I can't do the voices for male characters. I'm so sorry. You can't do anything.
Hey, I was wondering if you remembered me.
That's such like a old man voice. He's like 15.
That's a good point. What did 15-year-old boy sound like again?
I don't know. I always imagine demons like have like a squishy voice, but then also he likes putting drugs on his wiener. So.
But like which wiener though? He has several wieners.
What are people saying? Teen clowns 100%. Oh, see you, Nim. Sorry I didn't catch you when you were.
Well, I gotta eat. Tiny dogs hop everywhere.
Hey, I was wondering if you remembered me.
I actually like that voice for him. Remember, you doubt you'll ever forget, even with extensive therapy.
Aw. Yeah, sorry about the cloak and laser bullshit. Just couldn't let anybody else get their fronts on you first.
Frontals.
You know. Wow. He was looking for you? Like, specifically? For sure, dude. I've been following you.
Not creepy at all.
Really? You feel like you would have noticed someone like him. He doesn't exactly blend in. Malik holds up his palm husk with the Chitter app open. You recognize your own profile. Your follower count has gone up significantly since the last time you checked. Right. So everyone going on about this new Chitter account, Alien Invasion of One, figure it is a publicity stunt or an imperial propaganda. Uninteresting, not worth my time. But then I start thinking, what if it's not? If this genuinely is an invasion, how the hell have they survived this long? The drone should have obliterated a cullbait son of a bitch like you right away.
What does cullbait mean?
Someone who is, basically they're meant to be called. Like,
oh, call bait. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like everything sounds like a color, and I think everything's like automatically
a different blood color.
I mean, this guy has blue piercings to go with his skin / eye color / everything. It's like I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed. Like he has some fashion forwardness going on right now.
That's literally what I said. They should have taken your hornless head off Parages ago. They haven't. Why? Is what I keep asking myself. Then I figured out how you must be doing it. Without meaning to, you lean toward him. Have you finally found someone who understands and appreciates just how terrific you are at friendship maneuvers? Who really gets your area of study? You're a robot. Oh, god damn it, not even close. But he's so obviously and avidly interested in you that, well, you tell a tiny little fib. I'm a robot.
This reminds me of like that scene with Todoroki and Midoriya in season 2 of Boku no Hero Academia, where Todoroki's confronting Midoriya alone, and Todoroki's like, "I think I know
what's going on. You're All Might's
You're All Might's
illegitimate son,"
which is completely wrong. But you're like,
might as well go with it.
But you're also kind of like, like there might be a little bit going on here. Honestly, robot, like, I mean, Cyborg's pretty damn cool. I could live with cyborgs.
Yeah,
I could see the MS being a cyborg.
MS, well, yeah, without any other context. Hell yeah. Hey, this is kind of crazy. I didn't know you were a robot. Heh, wild. I guess it makes sense, though. You did have a sixth sense for meat and where to find it. Malik looks intrigued.
Meat! All those exotic meat surprises!
I made her watch read Summer Teen Romance. She tried reading the beginning of Homestuck, didn't really get very far, but without any context, I made her read Summer Teen Romance because it is my favorite piece of extended Homestuck universe fiction. It is fucking brilliant, and one day I want to do a dub of it, like a gender-bent dub, and I do all the Dave lines because that would be really funny, but, yeah, she enjoyed it, and that is a very proud accomplishment of mine.
I will admit, even though it was part of your, like, you Homestucks watching out there, your fandom is trash, but I will admit that was actually a pretty well-written story, and the cringe factor wasn't that bad.
Honestly, the reason there's cringe factor in the Homestuck fandom is because you have dumbass fans from 2012 who dyed their skin gray with Sharpies.
Well, no, I'm saying cringe factor in that particular story, it's because, like, Carcat made stuff so OC in it. I had my immortal.
That's the funny part. You're supposed to laugh at that. It's supposed to be dumb.
Oh no, it was funny, but it's like, like when you're reading a bad fan fiction and they do something that, like, while you're enjoying them doing it, is just so bad,
yeah,
like badly
true.
written, that you're just cringe laughing. There was a couple of cringe laugh moments in there,
but that's
not
the
unpleasant.
point.
No, I'm not saying it's like it's. Yeah, I'm saying like it was fine. It was fine.
A meat tracker. That's interesting.
Why is this equal signs is?
It is a coding thing. When you
oh right,
when
he's
you
the
code,
hacker boy.
If you are saying something is something, you say whatever it is equals whatever else. And if you want to say that it's not it, you say equals with an exclamation point.
I just realized something. Does Malik really have a nose? It doesn't really look like he has a nose. It looks like he just kind of like.
He sort of has the
face
the echo of a nose. Like, it implies he has one, but if you take out the nose ring, he doesn't have one.
Echo of a nose. It's more like the shadow of a nose.
Yeah, shadow, that's the word.
Echo sounds like it's like the sound of a nose. It's like he sneezed once, he's just like, I have a brilliant idea of where to put my new piercing. Can you imagine going to the pierce shop being like, yeah, can you just do the middle?
Just, like, pierce my flesh where there should be a nose.
It's like, I think it'd be the equivalent of us getting, like, a butt piercing. Can you, like, just, like, take, like, the...
You hope he doesn't try and test that functionality. You doubt you have another meat miracle in you, but all he does is keep giving you piercing looks in between texting furiously.
Because he has piercings.
Hey. Then he snaps a photo of you. Oh no, he's not gonna post that on Chitter, #robot. You can't be hashtag. Everyone will know you're lying and blow up your cover. Not to mention your mentions. Don't worry about that. Social media gives me hives. I have a Gorgle alert set for certain combinations of words. After Zebra's place, you're kind of expecting another lavish palace. But when you get out of the car, you see that Malik isn't indigo, he's cerulean. Like Elward and Ramela. And that one girl who kept boys in cages. Also, you're starting to think people's hives have more to do with taste than caste. Amicia had a homely little art studio, and Tagora had all those vases and shit. Before he leads you inside... Wait until Tarona's route, you get to see him again.
Yes.
Before he leads you inside the apartment building, Malik turns to Demon and the other Lowblood and starts messing around on his palm husk again. Nice job, guys. I'm rerouting a Cynthian drone shipment as we speak. Treyoff, I'm sending you those DVDs you wanted. They'll be at your hive when you arrive. The Bronze-Blood ruffian bows to Malik. He looks a little uncomfortable and pats him awkwardly on the arm. And, Demon, I'll send your shit to, that shrub you live in. Thanks, man. You know, my offer still stands. I got a couple extra coops if you get sick of living rough. Demon shrugs. Thanks, but I can't be tied down. Nice to see you again.
He's actually really nice. He's not a jerk.
Malik, yeah, no. When I told you he's one of the most relatable trolls, I'm not lying. I mean, you haven't gotten to his relatable part yet, but, he's not an asshole, so he's not one of those characters you don't want to have be relatable.
It's true. I still love his ride. I want his car. Even with the stupid troll seats. Reminds me of, a limo, one of those limousines you go to prom with.
Mm-hmm. Except it has games in it.
I was actually looking really forward to it being damn, imagine if, Malik, was gonna take, we were going to, the prom route with Malik.
Malik takes you to troll prom.
Yes, in reality, we're just, the whole mission was just about figuring out whether he has a real nose or not.
Yeah.
And also, it's, if piercing's, our taboo or not.
You and Malik ride the elevator all the way up to the top of the hive stem. He leads you into a surprisingly tasteful loft apartment. Tasteful. Full of dishes. So tasteful. Come on, my shit's upstairs. Isn't the whole apartment his shit? Yeah, technically. Let's go upstairs, though.
Malik, you need a maid. Oh my gosh. Looks like he looks like... If I had a little brother, this is what his room would look like.
The thing with Malik is, he's... Well, because of the nose, people find him attractive, so everyone loves him. But in reality, he's a gremlin. Because he's, one of the filthier trolls, and he never showers, probably.
It's true, but at least he's nice to the lower bloods. You treat him with respect.
He does what he can do. He brings you up to a higher level that was a Rukupkun shoved against the wall, and a couch shoved against another. But they're both afterthoughts, so to just an ungodly amount of computer shit. Right when you get here, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell that that's what it was, but now you're used to Alternia's weird bug tech. Squishy and organic and almost certainly alive, at least in the way that plants are alive, though a couple wires in there are almost definitely slithering. Malik sits in front of one of his screens and wakes it with a single swipe of his claws. He gestures you lazily into one of several office chairs. It squeaks as you sit down and sinks a little under your weight. He proceeds to ignore you as he slides a little pair of thin-framed glasses onto his nose, typing a list of commands into a text box. Then he pushes himself across to another screen with an alert flashing in one corner. You know what this is all adding up to? He's an IT guy. No, I prefer to be called... Oh. Shit. Huh? I have this joke I do when someone calls me a hacker and I say, I prefer the term information specialist. But now that's ruined. Oh, shit! Hacker was totally your next guess. You can do it again! Nah, moment's gone. No worries. So, he's a hacker. That's pretty cool. And subversive. You wonder if he's part of Tizius's secret anti-government movement. You almost ask and then stop yourself at the last second. Whatever Tizius's anarchist leanings are, you aren't gonna blab them to this rando cerulean. As much as you love to meet new friends, you really aren't about to throw one under the scuttle buggy for no reason.
Scuttle buggy. Oh my gosh, they're converting them. It's bad.
Yeah, not a lot of blues get down on this sort of thing. Gold bloods are better with tech. They got that living battery noise. You know how it goes. All the gold bloods you've met have been, well, Asdaja did have that scouter thing, and Kupram hacked a phone or something. Whatever it was, a while ago. Zebedee just mostly liked fanfic. I didn't show her Zebedee's route because I want to get her to some of the more interesting ones, we actually skipped a couple. We skipped Vicaries and we skipped ZBDs, and honestly, I just didn't enjoy either of them that much, and they don't come back later on, so it's not like, who the fuck is this guy? So I thought it was harmless, and if she wants to go back and play them again, play them later, she can, but I don't know. I wanted to skip her straight ahead to Tagora's because I knew she would enjoy that one, and I wanted to skip her ahead to Tagiri's because, I mean, who doesn't like weeb shit?
Weeb shit is where it's at, my friend. I mean, you saw us just talking about our good friend Binha.
Oh, somebody in the comments said, you guys are making me want to read Homestuck. Now, please, read Homestuck. We need more people. The fandom has been dying for years.
Oh, boo-hoo. I'm so sad the Homestuck fandom's dying. Whatever will we do?
You should be invested in the well-being of the Homestuck fandom, because the more fans there are, the more people who would want to listen to Time's Apprentice. And you are invested in Time's Apprentice.
I am invested in Time's Apprentice. This is true, but you haven't
Watch my musical, please.
You haven't finished writing the damn music, Anna.
I'm going to. I have a lot of things to do.
And Homestuck is distracting you from writing your fanfic on Homestuck.
Isn't that how it always goes? No, seriously, if you guys follow my channel, please pay attention to Monday, because there's going to be a new video on Monday. It's going to be the final sermon, the Silence's final sermon. It's sad, it ends in a riot, it's beautiful.
It's true, and I'm stage managing her musical for her. We are on April 26th and April 27th, Ithaca College.
If any of you happen to be in upstate New York, come see it.
Oh yeah, we could totally crash at our couch bed. We're very cool.
I don't know if I want to invite random internet strangers to crash on our couch bed.
We have, like, how many people are watching us?
5?
How many of them do we not know?
Well, Nim left, and she's the only one I, like, really know talking to wise. Oh, there's people I recognize from other groups, but, like, a couple people. Yeah, I don't know some of these people, so I wouldn't invite them over.
They don't know where we live. So I'm sure,
just
like,
told them Ithaca College.
Well, yeah, but, like, Ithaca's pretty big. Like, we could live off campus, we could live on campus, we could live in terraces, we could live in a hole in the road. Like,
I mean, we kind of do live in a hole in the road.
We are the road.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's a good point. We're the hole, maybe?
Yeah.
We're like a dark, endless pit.
That's me. That's my soul.
Then I'm the pebble falling into it. Okay, moving on. We're getting
Interesting. You'd think they would have programmed you with cultural stereotypes. Huh? Oh, right. You're a robot. You wonder how a robot's supposed to act. You sit up straighter and think about circuit boards. Malik messes around some more on his computer and frowns. Then he frowns some more. Then he reaches down and picks up one of the thick purple wires from the mess on the ground. He pauses. Apparently, he isn't sure where to stick it. He glances down and you cross your legs before you can pull your dress up and start searching for external ports, because nope, not happening, dude. You don't have any network connections, so I've got to use an Ethernet. Don't be lame. You aren't trying to be lame, you just don't want to stick things in orifices. Eventually you compromise and let him stick it under your armpit like you're a baby having your temperature taken. You watch him tap away at his screen, marveling at the ludicrous choices you've made in your life that have led you to a troll sticking a wire under your armpit because apparently he can't find your Wi-Fi signal. You sit there as his brow furrows further and his frown gets more pronounced. His annoyance bounces him out of his laid-back cool guy attitude. A blinking purple light flashes on his piercings. Fuck, maybe my tech isn't compatible. One of the wires is coming towards you, and for a second you think you've finally found a piece of technology that is actually alive. But then you see a little flicker of movement at the end of it, and realize it's a white snake with beady, intelligent eyes. Ah, a Lucis.
That's actually pretty cool.
Don't be scared, he won't hurt you. There's an AU someone made, where instead of having a snake, Malik's Lucis is one of those worm on a string things.
That would be a thing. I can also see, like, one of those, like, notes things, where it's, like, with, like, the music note with the face.
Oh, Malik's Lucis is an automaton?
Yes.
I feel like Chixie's Lucis would be an automaton.
I could see that, but I feel like she needs something a little angrier.
An angry automaton?
An angry
An automaton with little eyebrows drawn on.
Yes, like a frowny faced automaton. Or like that meme like where the teddy bear like hits like the tabletop and gets that's hers.
I'm rude now.
Yes, like an angry looking teddy bear.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, a snake or snake on a wire.
You know, worm on a string things. Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah.
But honestly,
That's
he would
why
have
it's not funny. Don't be scared. He won't hurt you. He's just checking everything out. So I severely apologize for the bad voices. Of course not. Why would everyone be afraid? Why would you be afraid of a giant snake winding up your legs? Everyone is really about your legs. You need to get a pair of pants. Is the snake checking you for artificial parts? Are snakes particularly sensitive to technology? Is it because they're long? Weird. This is a radical situation. I have no idea what to make of you, dude. Ugh, you feel like such a dickhead. Can you really continue to live this lie?
I think Telmer's special kind of robot.
Okay. You're in this to win this. You're riding it out till the end. You tell him that you're actually the latest model of spybot from your alien government.
Oh, crap.
You are so advanced that you are indistinguishable from the real thing. Seriously, you aren't supposed to tell anyone, but you're telling him, since he's so rad. Ugh, this is terrible. You just promised yourself the other day that you'd stop lying to make yourself look good, or in this case, make yourself look like a robot, because, besides, he's never gonna buy it. I knew it. There's no other explanation. Fascinating. He leans in close enough that you almost trip backwards off your chair. He catches your arm. He's surprisingly strong for such a skinny nerd. Though you really shouldn't be surprised anymore, size doesn't correlate to strength with trolls, necessarily. His skin is chilly and his nails press dense into the skin of your arm. It hurts, but not enough to shake him off. He's looking at you so seriously. What, does he think your eyes are USB ports? You apologize that your robot specs are not the right ones. Malik breaks out of his trance and lets go of your arm. Are you kidding? What am I, some sort of script wiggler? This rules. I'm gonna be the first to crack you.
Oh, no.
Yikes. You half expect him to take out some sort of torture screwdriver and start trying to pry you open. Instead, he gives you another one of those unreasonably flirty smiles. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna own your entire system. Whoa. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? With that, he takes off down the steps, jumping the last few and vanishing down into the kitchen. You're left there blinking at his afterimage. It sounded like he was hitting on you back there, but then he just pranced down the stairs like a bejeweled antelope. You creep down to the kitchen to find him pulling things out of cabinets, opening the fridge with his toes, slamming it shut with a hard kick so that all the stuff on top rattles. His palm husk rings and he pulls out his pocket, answering and spitting a bunch of jargon at the person at the other end. He does all this while rooting around in a drawer of cutlery, talking loud enough to be heard over the rattling. All you know about hacking is that it's usually done by a bunch of greasy dudes with glasses and Dorito dust on their fingers. Usually there's a girl and she's hot. You aren't sure which trope Malik is yet. Probably a combination of all of them. While he yells at somebody over the phone over blockchain, you take the time to wonder, rather sheepishly, how many of his other piercings he's had, and on what parts of his body.
Are we gonna find out nipple rings?
You find out later. I haven't tried fucking with robots yet, really. So far, I've only reprogrammed drones remotely. You realize belatedly he's no longer on the phone and is instead talking to you. Oh, right, he mentioned something about that earlier with Demon. Hacking into drones to reroute their delivery routes. My mouth's, like, starting to not
Do you want some water?
words yet. I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, rerouting's easy. I got almost all my gear that way. All the good stuff is reserved for blues. Wait, isn't Malik a blue? He laughs and puts a pan on the stove. As if. Sure, cerulean equals blue, but barely. Every indigo you meet is gonna make sure you know it. You want to ask him if you can help him with anything, but you barely know how to cook when you're on your own planet. He pauses with 2 eggs above a mixing bowl. Hey, you like cluck beast embryos? What now? He cracks the eggs. The yolks are purple and runny. Your stomach squirms uncomfortably. Oh, my bad. Can you even eat? What? Oh yeah, robot. Of course you can eat. It wouldn't be a very clever disguise if you couldn't eat, right? Although, now that he mentions it, you really haven't been eating as much as you did on Earth. The meals you've had have been few and far between, and you aren't even that hungry. Weird. Oh god, what if you are a robot? Plot twist. Malik is not privy to your existential crisis and therefore keeps cracking eggs. Cluck beast embryos? God, troll words are so ridiculous. Not really. No language is inherently any more ridiculous than any other, subjectively. They should really have programmed that in when they taught you how to read Alternian. What? Nobody taught you how to read. You're on Chitter. All your chirps are in Alternian. Let me see your palm husk. He holds out a hand for your phone. His nails are painted a shimmery black, and he has one of those thick rings that could double as a brass knuckle. You tell him that you figured you just had the palm husk on the Earth setting, but of course that makes no sense. Nobody here knows about Earth, or about English, for that matter. You're pretty sure it's not even the most commonly spoken Earth language. Nope, no translation software running. And this is good old-fashioned Alternian. Well, it's not old-fashioned, it's contemporary, that's an idiom. See, if you weren't a robot, this would be really weird. Well, it already is kind of weird that you're a robot. But your Alternian is perfect. You want to tell him that your Alternian is in no way perfect. You have literally no idea what's going on. But before you can get the words out, a terrific crash comes from somewhere above you. Malik drops your palm husk into the bowl of cluck beast embryos. Dang.
No!
Fuck. Drones. Shit, you don't need this right now. You, a fake robot, have no chance against a real robot with lasers. Even worse, Malik rounds on you, lips drawn back from his teeth. You. This is your fucking fault. They must have tracked you here. No other way they could find this place. I'm off the grid. You try to point out to Malik that maybe drones aren't mad about all the hacking business, but maybe the drones are mad about all the hacking business, but he isn't listening to you. He's shoving his palm husk into his pocket and making a leap for the kitchen window. Fuck, he can survive a 10-story drop? You aren't sure. One thing's for sure, though. You can't. The end.
Oh, tongue piercing. Very cool.
He's got 13 piercings. 3 in his horns, 2 in his nipples, 1 in his tongue.
Then like 4 up here.
Those are 2. So yeah, 2 there, because those are each.
Oh,
2.
they're like snake bites?
Yeah.
Ow. That had to hurt.
His nose. 1 on each of his ears. And then his dick.
Well, I understand they have like 2 things that they could do. I guess one or the other always works. Okay, now we need a happy ending with him.
Yes, you need his relatable ending.
Yay. Like, say the scene be like, oh yeah, I'm not a robot. And he's just like, what? No!
Come on, skip. Be a good boy and skip for me. Are you not doing it?
Skip.
Oh, I have to say.
Skip to
okay,
my skip to my door.
I'm a robot.
So, is he wearing eyeliner? I have
Yes,
to
he's
know.
totally wearing eyeliner. Oh, yay, I convinced someone to read Homestuck. Oh, I have 6 right now. Hey, new people. Thank you all for watching so much. I've never had to stream this much. Then again, I've only ever streamed my music before, and no one really wants to watch me compose, because it's not the most interesting.
Your music's super interesting.
But it's hard to stream because I can't figure out the audio correctly, so no one can really hear what the final product sounds like until I, play it once every 20 minutes.
You'll get it.
Alright. I'm not a robot. You brace yourself. In your experience, dealing with the fallout of your deceptions is never pleasant. You expect him to throw you out, or at least get a snake to the face. Instead, Malik just sags back into his desk chair, which settles with a depressed little squeal. He takes his glasses off and drops them onto his desk, palming at his eyes.
I really want to see him with his glasses on.
They don't draw it, but there's a lot of fan art with it.
Does he look hot?
Yes.
Of course. I just imagine like the Benjamin Franklin glasses, like the pince-nez.
No, they're just normal person glasses.
Oh, but it would be so funny if he just wore like these little like nerd glasses, old man glasses. I mean,
Malik with old man glasses. If any of you are artists, draw that for Chrissy.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
It strikes you how exhausted he looks. You thought maybe the dark smudges were eyeliner, but they might be eyeliner in despair.
That's all what eyeliner is. Any eyeliner.
Yep.
By the way, your eyeliner's looking very good.
Oh, thanks. I wanted to look sexy for the camera because I never go on camera.
It's true. I'm clean for the camera. I just
You're
got out
very
of the shower. I smell so nice, I hope. Like grape poop and oatmeal. Grapefruit and oatmeal.
Great poop.
Grape poop, yep.
Great poop and oatmeal.
Ah, yeah, that's the new troll scent.
Yes. You wonder if now is the time to start apologizing. You are getting really good at apologies. It's chill. I was the one that grabbed you off the street. You were probably scared of what I'd do to you if you weren't what I'd hope you were. Well, more like you were worried about the friend opportunity that would swirl down the drain. But yeah, okay, you were also a little scared. You still are.
He's so down to earth. I'm pleasantly surprised with him.
He is the so subliminal that sometimes you wonder if it's the total opposite, the complete absence of fear. That is deep, man. In retrospect, it's pretty fucking stupid to assume a robot's gonna solve my problems. Very true. In your limited experience, mo robots, mo problems. Yeah, it was just something new, you know? Something I haven't tried yet. What is it exactly that he's trying so hard to do? He seems to be pretty well off with hacking drones and shit like that. Malik laughs. Yeah, hacking drones. That is all just bullshit. His Lucis curls around his ankle affectionately. He gives him a little nudge. His palm husk rings and he pulls it out of his pocket and just looks at it for a couple seconds. I can't deal with this right now, come on. He heads down to the lower floor, waiting at the bottom of the steps to see if you're following. You are, albeit nervously. You're having a hard time reading, Malik. Maybe it's all the piercings. Gets worse when he calls the elevator and stands back. After you. You don't expect swinging blades to come at you, but you expect swinging blades to come at you, but they don't. You expect Malik to attack, but he doesn't, just slumps moodily back against the elevator wall and closes his eyes. His palm husk rings again, and his jaw tenses. The elevator goes past the lobby. Then it goes past the basement. And the sub-basement. Fuck, what's the sub of a sub-basement? Dude, what?
Bunker, maybe?
Maybe.
The sub-basement. Oh, that's good.
The sub-basement is just a square dungeon-like space. Damp trickling down the walls, your stomach crumples, and your heart bounces up into your throat. Oh no, is this Malik's cerulean murder dungeon? A phantom pain presses against your rib and arm. But Malik just leads you through a gap in the wall that you initially took for a shadow. It opens into a tunnel with rough stone walls and a dirt-covered floor. It's clearly man-made, or troll-made. The air grows damper and the sound of rushing water gets closer and closer. You emerge from the tunnel and find yourself on the bank of a wide underground river. Malik sits down on the edge of the overlook. Sit down. Sorry, this is not as comfortable as the loft. Oh, man. Malik brought you to a special place. I don't know if I'd call it special, but it is a place I come a lot. You sit down next to him. You get how this can be pretty zen, just watching the eerie dark water flow by. The walls glow with an eerie bioluminescence, digging craters underneath Malik's tired eyes. Also, he pulls out his phone and shows you the screen. No husk signal. This is the only place I can really unplug. Kinda relaxing, you know? Oh, yeah. You can imagine the demands of being an information specialist could really put a dent in your chill. Yeah.
Surprised how, the narrator's being surprisingly confident in swag.
Yeah. I want to check and see how many people are doing the thing. Oh, hell yes. You sit there with a rock digging into your ass and allow yourself to appreciate just how deep this gesture of trust really is. Even after you lied to him, he wants to tell you his life story. Fuck, you love life stories. You ask him exactly what he wants with your non-existent robot laurels. He said something about reprogramming drones, didn't he? Could he be part of the resistance? What, you mean all that low blood right stuff? Nah. What is even the point? That's a great way to get cold. But he helped Demon and that other little guy. Yeah, but they're cool, and I was paying them for services rendered. Roughing you up? He nudges you with his elbow. So far all I've been able to do is reroute delivery drones. Just some weak sauce shit like that. That is a pretty pathetic way to fuck up the system. You aren't sure you get what he's about. Why care about fucking up the system if you don't want a revolution? I guess I wouldn't mind revolution. Alternia is alright. Well, for me it's alright, not for everybody. I'm not so fucking myopic to think I don't have it better than a lot of trolls, and I'm not one of those bulge biters who wank off about the sanctity of the blood and how low bloods deserve what they get. They don't. It blows. I don't blame them for feeling bad or whatever, I just gotta worry about myself. That is all I got energy for. Well, he does seem to be doing pretty okay, like he has that sweet pad. Right, yeah, for half a sweet maybe. Then, it's all gone. Everything I've worked for, and I'm up in motherfucking space. Right, the space war. Sounds like a huge drag. Yeah, dude. He tosses a rock into the dark water below. But that is the plan, right? If I own the drones, I own the whole system. I own the heiress. They'd all be playing my game with my rules. His eyes glint in the semi-darkness, and so does the little glint of fang when he smiles. His piercings light up like tiny points of fire. You also tell him that sounds like revolution talk. You tell him that sure sounds like revolution talk to you. Also possibly villain talk. He grins like you're flattering him. Right, but I'm sweeps away from that, and other hackers won't. I mean, I work alone. I'm not a fucking psionic. I don't use mind honey. It won't kill me the way it would a Rusty, but I definitely get the runs. I don't have sweeps. I have months, maybe parages. You ask him if he thinks things are gonna be really bad for him up there in space. Like I said, I'm not a psychic, so no one's gonna turn me into a battery. They'll make me a fucking soldier or a spy. What about his hacker skills? Oh yeah, check out all my illegal activities. Please give me a good assignment. Hell no. Yeah, he couldn't really put that on his resume. If I was a high blood, I could get away with it probably. Or they might think it was cute if I was a low blood. But midcast is like, no way. Fuck, there's gotta be something. He pulls out his palm husk and starts frantically tapping away. Wait, you thought he didn't have any signal down here? Yeah, but I got a Wi-Fi hotspot. What am I, some kind of fucking Luddite? He gestures to one of his earrings. You aren't sure if he means his jewelry is the Wi-Fi hotspot or if that's just a troll gesture for you're an idiot. Hey, buddy, you said you were gonna unplug. That's important to your mental health, isn't it? Getting off the internet once in a while, you can't really speak for yourself since you only very recently became an internet celeb. Malik waves you away. You make a grab for his palm husk. You honestly aren't sure why. Maybe you're trying to be flirty or playful or some shit?
Oh no.
Because everybody knows there's nothing more flirty or playful than stealing people's stuff. Bitches love that.
I know exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, and it happens!
You manage to snatch it away, but your floppy fingers fumble and you lose your grip. Malik's phone sails over the edge of the bank and into the dark waters below.
Mentally called it!
That splash is the sound of your doom.
It really is. Doom Splash. That's the name of this episode.
Malik stares at the water. Then he stares at you. His mouth moves soundlessly.
Oh, shoot.
You threw my tech in the water. Malik puts his hand on your shoulder. Somehow, against all impossible odds, he's still gonna be chill.
Oh, no.
Wow. What a guy.
He's gonna push you in.
You hit the water before you know what's happening. It isn't freezing, but it sure as hell isn't balmy either. The current grabs you and tugs you under. Your knees and elbows scrape rocks, and your dress tangles around your legs and makes it hard to kick back toward the surface. The water is so dark you don't even know where the surface is. Just when you're making peace with the fact that your grave is going to be a watery one, something grabs you from behind and hauls you upward. You gasp down air, choking in more water than anything else. Two strong hands push you back up onto the bank, then begin smacking you on the back. You don't think it'll help cough up any water, but you do think it's going to bruise.
Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, told you.
Nah, that's...
Nipple rings right there, and grub scars.
What's a grub scar?
A grub scar is, well, you know how, like, when they're babies, they're grubs, little insects? Their grub legs meld into their,
I see.
into the side of their body.
That is
You'll
gross.
see his grub scars when, during the final image.
That is so gross. Not complaining about that for this, though, but, like, yeah.
This is 80% to why everyone thinks Malik is hot.
Okay, that's why. He's wet and he's hoodieless.
He's wet, he's shirtless, and he's got nipple rings.
I'm wearing a hoodie, too. Oh, clearly.
You're Miss Burritokin.
Miss Burritokin. I don't know what that means, but cool.
It means that Miss Burrito just wears Malik's hoodie for the rest of the game, and yeah.
I can live with that.
Yeah. Nah, your government-assigned kin is Stelsa, and there's nothing around that.
Yeah, even though I've never worn a fanny pack, I would be that troll that did.
You are a mom.
And I'm proud of it.
My bad, dude. That was reflux. You threw my shit in the water, so I threw yours. Are you okay? You hack up one more gasp of water and then give Malik a thumbs up. He's as wet as you are. Hair slicked back off his forehead makes his eyes look huge and impossibly blue. He jumped in to save your clumsy ass. His shirt's gone, and hey, now you know the location of two more of his piercings. You apologize for grabbing his phone. In retrospect, you should not have tried to be cute at the edge of a river. Yeah, you don't have to try. I mean, fuck. Malik flushes. I forgot Malik flirted back. I haven't played this route in several months.
Oh, this explains so much. This explains so much about what you've told me about him in the fandom. I could totally see him, like, that was smooth, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna regret it, but holy crap.
He doesn't regret it. Malik flushes. Right now, you just look like a drowned squeak beast. Sorry I fucked up your rumpus robe. I'll lend you something. Cool, you're kinda over this dress anyway. Hey. Malik twists his claws together. You weren't gonna tell people what I said earlier. No, I'm not afraid to go off-planet. I just... you know. This time, you do know. You tell him his secret's safe with him. And if you find any actual robots in your travel, you'll send them his way. Heh, thanks. Here. He helps you to your feet. Damn, it's cold down here. I'll get you something when we get back upstairs, as long as you don't mind wearing my sign. You can't think of anything you'd like more, honestly.
Aw.
Usually if you're wearing someone else's color... yeah, grab scars right there. If you wear someone else's color, it means that you're dating them.
Oh. Well, Malik certainly views us in a certain way.
Yeah. And of all the trolls you have some sort of sexual anything with, he's probably the best one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's like pick of the litter right now.
I mean, you do more with Lank, and it's kinkier with Marvis, but he's the coolest.
That was good.
You want to do Tirona's now?
Yes, we'll do one more route.
Yeah. Oh. Press on the mouse's scroller. What? I'm confused. What are you referring to, person?
It might not be for us.
I don't know. Yeah, might not be. Might be someone who's trying to chat. To any new people, hi, thank you all for coming. We're gonna do one more route. We're gonna do Tirona's. We could do Galex, but honestly, Tirona's has more shock value, and I want you guys to see her be shocked.
I am very shocked. By the way, I'm Christine. I'm the roommate. I'm a non-homestuck, and this
For
is
now.
And this is like my first time going through these routes, so let's go through this together.
Oh, if you press. I don't have a scroller. I have a trackpad, but I guess it gets rid of the thing, the text bar if you do that. Well, I mean,
is that bad?
No, it was just the guy was saying that because I wanted to show you his grub scars. So
I see. Yeah. Okay, so which one is...
We are doing volume 12 of Know Nothings and Know It Alls.
Ooh, I wonder which is which.
They're both. God, you have a headache. Is it dehydration? Only if you're thirsty for companionship.
Aren't we all?
Are you hurt? Only your heart, and it aches for more pals. Is it withdrawal? Only from your addiction to new buddies. Really, there's only one cure for what ails you. Friendship. You wonder what those whose sweet medicine you'll be imbibing this time. Alright, we're doing Tirona.
The angry third grader.
Yes. I can't do her voice. I wish I had Tex here. Tex is the best.
Here you are, ancient. Like that's her voice?
It's like, hi, like, little baby. And she doesn't say oh well, but everyone thinks she says oh well.
Should I do like my baby dog voice, like what I use for Prozac and dogs? Like, hi there, little boy.
No, that's not Tirona.
Are you sure? Like, look at you, look at the little baby dog.
Well, that's not the voice of a baby. That's the voice you say to a baby.
I guess that's fair. I guess the two of them aren't the same, but it'll be really freaky if a baby started talking like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. So, here you are, in jail. You always knew you'd end up in here eventually, but you were expecting a human jail, not this.
Yeah, this is gross.
It all happened so fast. You were waltzing down another Alternian street in search of friends when you heard the telltale sound of machinery behind you, and before you could escape, some giant metal drone with a rocket ass scooped you up and flew away with you.
I thought I was gonna say, like, if shoved a rocket up your ass, which would have been very interesting.
That would be a time. You were honestly surprised that the drone didn't execute you on sight. They've tried to do that before, after all. Perhaps your numerous shenanigans have grown so vast and ridiculous, someone wants to see you in person before you die, if only to have the chance to ask you, what the fuck? In any case, you aren't complaining. Not about being brought here alive, at least. You have plenty of other things to complain about, though. This cell sucks. It's hard and cold and full of this gross-looking moss that could probably kill you, since everything else on this planet sure can. There's a couple of patchwork holes in the back wall of your cell, which aren't enough to wriggle your way out through, but are enough to let the light in from outside. You've been in here since a few hours before dawn, and now it's midday, which means scorching rays of sunlight are streaming their way into your cell and forcing you to dart around the shadiest spots as the sun makes its way across the sky. As if that weren't enough, it's also hammering rain outside, which really isn't doing much to stymie the sunlight, and you think the rain might be acidic too. Fun! Intermingled with the rain, you've been hearing some sounds coming from other rooms. Interrogations, maybe? Torture? Whatever it is, you're not a fan. And would somebody, please, fix the leak in the roof? If you have to listen to one more drop of water exploding onto the floor like a nuclear fucking bomb, shit's gonna take an extended sabbatical from the handle. To conclude,
Jesus is gonna leave the wheel.
it's not great. You'd like out. Right now, preferably. Now? Oh, God damn it, you were hoping that someone would conveniently appear in time with your internal monologue, but no such luck. Okay, whew, there she is.
Excellent.
Your new savior is small, probably the smallest troll you've met so far, with the possible exception of Amicia, and she looks about as young as Amicia as well. She's got wild pigtails sprouting from her head and a twitchy look in her eye, like she's gonna start sprinting the second she hears a sound. She opens your cell with a creak and gestures down the hallway with a quick jerk of her head.
Come on, me now. Quickly, head down. Keep quiet. No asking questions.
How does text do it? It's like a...
No asking.
Oh, well, it's like a squishy little...
Keep quiet. No asking questions.
I like the idea of a squishy voice. Follow her.
Follow her. Okay. You follow her down the hallway, keeping quiet as instructed, even though you have so many questions you want to ask her. Questions like, what's her name? Or where you are? Why they haven't fixed the fucking leak in the roof? Instead, you just hurry closely behind as she takes you to a stairwell in the back of the building and multiple flights of stairs. Peeking out the window of each door you pass, you see what seems to be an evidence locker, and then a row of tightly packed cubicles, and then a long, winding hallway. This is where she opens the door and ushers you through. The hallway is full of electronically locked doors with troll signs on them, the overwhelming majority of which are teal. The only other presence here seems to be automated cleaning robots. You're unsurprised to see that troll Roombas come with their knives pre-attached. It's Stabby!
Oh boy, it's Stabby! It's Captain Stabby!
Captain Stabby!
No, it's Sergeant Stabby!
The best fucking...
I love that.
South Park Kids. Oh, that's how you imagine Tarona's voice to be, South Park Kids?
Honestly, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see her as a Cartman. Like,
Cow!
I can't see Tarona having Cartman's voice.
could you imagine, though? What up more, maybe, like, more Kenny? It's like, I could do Kenny. I played Kenny in South Park. You're like,
She did the, there was a live version of, the South Park movie. Unfortunately, I can't do any of the high-pitched voices because I'm low.
We're gonna try our best. Stream people are lucky to have the angel that is Anna on the internet.
The angel. I live in the sin bin.
Well, although she's like a dark angel. It's like,
yeah, that's accurate.
So that's why her voice can't reach high enough to do it. Other, like, if you were like the white golden angel that everyone wanted, like then you'd be like hitting those high notes. Like you'd be like a Prince song.
One day we'll do one for someone whose voice I can actually do. Honestly, there aren't that many left of the ones I can do. Like, all the voices I do are in the first half of the game.
You're still awesome. Don't worry.
She punches a series of numbers and letters into a keypad beside one of the doors, bearing her sign and a name, and then slips inside. And you follow.
Woo! Here we are. My hive lay from Hive. You can be a little louder now, but no shouting. That would just be weird as hell, buddy. Oh, my name's Tarona, by the way.
Actually, I think I am going to get a glass of water. This is going to hurt my voice.
Alright, I will entertain you folks.
Oh, yeah. Keep the,
Do Stan and Kyle, they're easier. I appreciate that.
Keep the people in the comments busy while I get some water.
Okay, I will find ways to entertain it. So yes, Anna, actually in that South Park musical with me and Anna actually played Mrs. Cormick. So Anna was actually my mom in that. But so we're on stage, and in our relationship, I'm the mom friend. I'm the one reminding Anna like to do stuff and fretting and making sure she eats and all that good stuff, because eating is important. And so it's like we're on stage, and Anna's suddenly yelling at me and being my mother.
Oh.
And the whole time I'm just like, oh, screw you, Mom. How do we get this and that? Yes.
So you're telling them all about the South Park show?
Oh, the South Park show was so good. You can actually look it up on YouTube. You just put in like South Park musical Ithaca College and bada bing bada boom.
If you ever wanted to hear me sing in a bad Southern accent.
You ever want to see me like just mumble talk the whole time? Because unlike everyone else, I am not a music major and cannot sing to save my life. At least correctly.
Alright. So, got me a mug of water.
Thank you, Nat Juno, for enjoying my, like, voice. I appreciate that. The first couple times I did it too loud and did a gorilla. I had to, like, work hard on that. You're cool. You're cool, Nat Juno, even though I don't know who you are.
Alright, let's get back to the little baby.
Yay, babies.
You politely refrain from shouting as you introduce yourself to her. Torona pulls up a chair and sits down at her husk top, tapping some keys.
So, what we're gonna do in here is I'm just gonna go ahead and access your files in our system. Shouldn't be too hard to find since you're a weird alien, and yep, here we go. That's what we're looking for. Time to make a few edits.
She leans in, fingers flying quickly over the keys. She's absurdly fast on a keyboard, her eyes darting back and forth across the screen.
Now, normally I wouldn't pull anything this risky and certainly wouldn't be helping out a criminal, but I have on good source that you're not the kind of person we should be letting rot in a cell, or worse. Right now, you're in our system on a lot of weird and serious offenses. But you and I, we know that the only thing you're really guilty of is trying to keep your head and shoulders attached, yeah? I'm just gonna click here and delete a few things, and there we go. You're clean.
This is impressive. She's incredibly insightful.
Yeah,
Is she like a genius 5-year-old?
pretty much.
I like her already.
I have no idea what her canonic age is. People sort of guess between 8 and 10. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how old she is. The only characters that have canon ages are the ones that are like, oh, I'm about to go off planet, so you know they're 9 sweeps. And then, Wanshi, who's like 5.5 sweeps.
Wanchi! That's such a great name.
She's the best baby.
It's just Wanchi. It's like, it's so silly.
I'm pretty sure Wanshi stems from Wanshi Tong, the like Chinese god of knowing things.
That's awesome. I'm impressed.
All the names have meanings attached to them.
If only I was that special.
Listen, I'm just doing the grunt work for you. Wasn't really my decision to spring you. Let's just say you and I have a mutual friend, wink wink, nudge nudge. I run errands for him sometimes in exchange for information, and I just happened to be pulling an all-dayer over here anyway, so I was in the right place at the right time.
This
Cool.
mutual friend of yours sounds like a dead ringer for Malik. Wow, knowing a cerulean in high places is already paying some great dividends.
Oh, heck
It is
yes.
not Malik. It is our beloved god of time.
I'm impressed.
Please watch Time's Apprentice. It beats our data, at least. All you got from her were some really weird DMs on Chitter from her stream followers. Anyway, speaking of being in the right place, what is this place anyway?
This place is, well, it's a lot of things. Jail and courthouse and office and a whole lot more. Basically, if you're a teal looking to learn how to do teal things, this is where you go for hands-on internship. Most of it's law-related, of course, but there's a couple of semi-related fields for the go-getters looking to do something a little different. Like me. Yep, I bet you're just dying to know what I get up to in these hallowed halls, don't you? Surely a brilliant mind like Miss Kassoon is doing some real important work here. And what I bet you're thinking. And you are absolutely correct, my friend. Feast your gander bulbs on this.
A few clicks of the wriggly bulbous mouse, and her top loads up several images. You glance at the screen, and the recognition center in your brain goes haywire with dopamine. Alien culture or not, you know memes when you see them. God, you missed memes.
Yes, memes. My lifeblood.
This is why my fan sim is about a meme adventure.
Why, of course. Oh yes, you have to launch your friend sim soon.
I should tell you guys about my fan sim. Okay, so I'm doing a Stelzius fan sim because I fucking love Stelzius. So, but you can basically choose to go 2 routes. If you go the Tizius route, you have like a revolution time, and if you go the Stelsa route, you have a meme time, and Stelsa helps Torona with some memes. Like, Torona's memes are stolen, and Stelsa helps her find the meme thief.
It's really good.
It's gonna be so fun. I mean, I have to write the Stelsa side of it, and I have to, code the whole thing. I'm learning how to code in RenP, which is not something I do. So, but when it eventually comes out, which will probably be after the semester's over because I'm very busy this semester, I'm totally going to stream that, and it's going to be really fun.
Yes, and I will watch you do it because
Yes.
I have no idea what you're doing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in the best way.
Yes.
Check it out. They're a little corny, but I know Triz is gonna love them. She's a real sucker for this kind of thing.
One of them is an image macro featuring Trizza doing her makeup, with the caption, "Triz is so hot, rebels are not." Another seems to be to feature troll brains, at least you hope those are brains, of varying sizes and hemo colors. Being a rebel is the small maroon brain. Ooh, sorry, burps. Sympathizing with rebels is the medium-sized olive brain, and worshipping Trizza is the giant purple brain.
These ones will be going up on the web soon, but for now I got plenty of other memes circulating. See, I made a bunch of fake Twitter accounts. I had some techie troll automate them for me. He was hyped out the excitement in them to do some work on Triz's behalf, I tell you. Some of these accounts are just pretend to be regular trolls, and others are best jokes, nightly, big, funny, relatable, laugh humor. You know. They're racking up the followers as we speak.
And the point of them is to put these Trizza memes out there?
That's how you get them. You start with a couple of innocuous jokes and cute pervies pics, and then bam, suddenly you're spreading the good word of the Empire, and everyone accepts it because your Twitter account is so funny and hip.
Alt-right in a nutshell.
That's scary. But
Torona explains the alt-right.
I call it memeganda. It's gonna be the next big thing, I tell ya.
Ooh, why does her voice hurt my throat so much? Do you want to try doing her voice?
No.
It does seem like a pretty clever way of spreading propaganda. Really effective on today's modern youth. It also deeply unnerves you, but you leave that part out. There's just something wrong about memes being used for evil.
Thank you. Glad someone appreciates all the hard work I'm doing here instead of just brushing me off. I've had to do a lot of overtime putting out propaganda for the Empire lately. Just between you and me, although this ain't exactly much of a secret anymore. There's talk of a rebellion brewing, like a real actual big-scale one, instead of just a bunch of high-bloods getting paranoid because a Burgundy looked at them funny. It's pretty scary, and actually, I hope I won't get swept up in all of it if something nasty breaks out.
Yeah, that's the vibe you've been getting. You're about to ask for more info about this rebellion when she cuts you off and keeps rambling on. Seems like she has a lot to say. You get the impression that nobody else here listens to her, possibly because she's still so young compared to most of them, but saving you from a jail cell is a good way to get you to pay attention.
But here's the thing, despite being a whole lot of potential trouble, it's also a great opportunity to show the Empire just how invaluable my skill set will be for them. See, I've got it all planned out. First, I need to prove to Trizza how useful and clever I am, and how helpful I can be for her regime. Then, when Trizza comes of age, she'll dethrone the current Empress and take her place. Most trolls just love Trizza, and those who don't are going to get themselves culled real quick, so I'm sure she'll have plenty of support when the time comes for their duel. When she's in full power, I snag myself a nice position as her propaganda minister, and if I'm real lucky, I can wheedle my way into being an assistant to his honorable tyranny himself.
His honorable tyranny? You don't think you've heard of this guy before. You assume he's a particularly high-ranking troll in the legislative process?
Oh no, he's just a fuck-off huge monster who passes judgment on criminals by eating them, or eating anyone who bugs him, really. He presides over particularly noteworthy trials, especially those at the extreme court.
In retrospect, you should have known. If monsters can be parents, then they can certainly be judges too. But, what exactly is the appeal here?
Who wouldn't want to be big and handsome and strong enough to devour anyone who annoys you? It's the perfect life, I tell ya.
Fair.
As it stands, since I can't be him, at least I can be his best buddy and most perfect little helper.
That's fair.
And besides, doing all the behind-the-scenes work is a lot safer than trying to actually hunt down and prosecute criminals, I'll tell you that much. I mean, yeah, he might eat me, but that's just a normal workplace safety hazard, really. Nothing I can't handle.
She really does have it all planned out, doesn't she? You're impressed.
Thank you. But I can't do it all alone. I'm going to need some help along the way from a very talented and clever associate or two. I bet you know who I'm talking about.
Her Lucis? Her classmates?
No, dummy. Sheesh, here I'm trying to butter you up and flies right over your thick pan. I'm talking about you. I need your help. And I think after bailing you out of that jam, I've earned it. Wouldn't you say? The old rake my claws down your back, I rake yours down mine, you rake yours down mine, dealie, you know.
Troll idioms are still as inscrutable as ever, but you do know a thing or two about claws, and helping people to earn their good graces. What does she need?
You ever hear the old adage? Teals talk. Well, a lot of teals have been talking about the strange alien going around getting all buddy-buddy with the cast. The way I see it, somebody like that might just know how to get me into their offices and dig up some dirt on them and their potential rebel connections. I keep saying they should start shelling out for Ganderscan tech, but nobody ever listens to me. No way, no how. A regular old password system ought to be enough, right? Ha, they wish. Yeah, they wish those locks were as secure as they think they are. You can figure out the codes no problem, I'm sure. What do you say, pal? How about you help me How about you help me help the Empire and root out the rebel scum?
Oof, you're not particularly keen on betraying your friends, but you do owe Torona a favor now, and you'd love to make another pal while you're at it. There's gotta be some way you can maneuver your way out of this mess. You tell her, sure, you'll offer some help. If you're gonna hit up someone's office, it should be... Where do you want to go?
Oh, Tagora, disease, and Tequila. Please remind me which is which.
Weasel, my favorite. Weeb.
Weeb.
Alright.
Oh no! This was a mistake.
After mulling it over for a while, you decide Tagiri is the safest choice. Sure, he's the guy with a sword, but he also, by far, is the least likely to harbor rebel sympathies, so he won't be getting anyone in trouble here.
Yeah, Tagiri. Now that's an interesting choice, I tell you what. He's always sucking up to the purples and trying to make himself look all cool and knowledgeable about law stuff. So you think he'd be clean, but maybe it's all a front. I'm working on a video about rebel sympathizers right now, actually, and that's one of my big, bold points I go over. How sometimes the guy trying too hard to look like he's on the level is actually as far off the level as it gets. So yeah, let's see what this guy's hiding. Why don't we?
Moseying over to his door, you consider the keypad. That shouldn't be a hard password to guess. It's gotta be the name of one of his favorite animes, right? You punch one in, and nope, a buzzer sounds. You try another, nada. But to your delight, the door clicks and begins to slide open after the third anime title. You glance over your shoulder to see Torona beaming at you from right behind you, and then turn back to the door, and yikes! A katana comes swinging out towards you on a wire, and you narrowly dive out of the way before it connects, crashing into the floor in the process. You groan and stagger back to your feet, and hear a familiar voice sounding from a speaker in Tagiri's room. Fool. Can you do a weeb voice, like an annoying weeb voice?
Foolish evildoer! Did you really think it would be that simple? You've fallen for my trap.
That was actually really good.
Your 3 pitiful guesses were all it took to seal your doom. Not that it's going to do you any good while you bleed out on the floor. Sayonara, trespasser.
The message seems to cut off there, but then there's some muffled sounds, like a microphone being moved.
What do you think, Tadashi? It's going to look so cool when I show it off to my colleagues.
You breathe a sigh of relief. That katana was aiming right at your head. You almost got skewered. Talk about a close one, right, Torona? Torona? She got katana.
That was actually pretty awesome. Yeah, she needed to get katana, TBH.
Rip Torona. Alright.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. You need to be weebs more often.
Follow her, and... So, Tagora or Tisius?
Let's do Tisius.
It's gotta be Tisius. She runs a tight, if sleep-deprived ship. You'll give it a good try, fail to find anything useful, and Torona will appreciate your attempt.
Tisius, huh? Yeah, she's got that vibe to her, you know? She talks a lot about improving the justice system and what kind of person does that? A rebel sympathizer, that's who. The Alternian justice system has worked fine in hundreds of sweeps. The only person who ought to be proposing changes is Trizza herself, but obviously there's nothing to change or she'd have done it already. Anyway, this is Tizzy's door right over here. So why don't you start working your magic?
An idea comes to you. You start tapping away at your phone, much to Torona's chagrin.
Hey, buddy, we're trying to break into someone's office. There's no time to play Flappy Talon Scratcher.
You explain that you're looking up Tisius on your phone to consolidate information and improve your chance of guessing her password.
Whoopsie. Sorry, I'm just a little antsy here, I guess. Carry on.
Throat pain. Turning to the keypad, you start inputting your guesses. You try the birthday listed on Tisius' Twitter profile. Nope. Even the name of her mate spread doesn't work. Then, something clicks.
Oh my gosh!
Everybody expects a long, complex password, right? You just try 2 paltry digits instead. 69.
Hussy.
Because she's a signless sympathizer! It's not because she's a memer, it's because this is the symbol of the signless.
Really?
Yeah, 6'9". Yeah.
Right. Signless is like the prophet dude, right? That.
Cankry, the great prophet.
Oh, great prophet Kyle. Yes.
that takes some context. Okay, so we are. I'm writing a musical about the ancestors, and I'm changing all the names so I can have it performed. So people are like, when they see it, they're not like, "Oh my god, this is fucking Homestuck. I'm not going to see your musical." So I have to change the names, and I've been struggling to find a name to change Cankry to. And she suggested,
At 2 a.m, may I add, you should name him Kyle. And that would make his name the Great Prophet Kyle.
so now it's just an inside joke.
That's just been running for ages and ages. I've got a couple people that actually are really into it, but it's...
I'm not naming Cankry the Great Prophet Kyle.
Oh, but it'd be so funny.
It would sound so out of place with the other names.
It's very true. It's like you have, like, the ancestors, then all of a sudden you have Kyle. It's like...
That would be so bad.
It's really funny. It's so great.
Watch times the Brandes.
It's true. Let's see here.
It's like the 4th time I've said that this time. I'm sorry, it's my child.
But I can also see Tizius, even if it wasn't signed for the sign list, also just having 69.
I mean, she is a filthy memer. Well, she's not a filthy memer, but she'd be the type to be a filthy memer, probably.
I like a secret one.
Yeah. Click. The light goes green and the door to her office slides open. Bingo.
Ooh.
Feeling pretty chipper about your breaking and entering skills, you usher Torona inside with an exaggerated bow. She cackles and skips right in, making her way over to a husk top sitting on Tizius' crowd desk. There's papers and old mugs lying around everywhere, and the rest of the room is about as disorganized as the desk, with towering stacks of books threatening to collapse if you so much as breathe wrong.
The Empire already monitors online communications, of course, but we've got tools for those sneaky sneaks who try and hide things off the cloud.
Torona produces a small device, bright red with gold accents, and plugs it into what appears to be a USB slot on the husk top. It wriggles upsettingly.
I'll go through her files, and you start looking through all those books and folders, okay?
You offer a thumbs up and turn your attention to the absolutely massive pile of literature that's strewn throughout the office. You're not really giving it your full effort, hesitant to pry into Tizius' stuff, but you get the sense that she isn't hiding anything here anyway. Behind you, Torona is clicking through folders on the husk top, the exasperation in her voice steadily growing.
Useless school-feeding assignments, copies of court transcripts, a bunch of nudes. It's all normal teal stuff. There's nothing incriminating here at all. Where is she hiding it?
Torona pulls away from the husk top and dives into the stack of books, with the gusto of a small child in a ball pit, rifling through pages as quickly as she can. It isn't long before she gives up that pursuit, too, emerging from the pile in a shower of loose pages.
I can't find any evidence of wrongdoings anywhere. No hidden folders on her husk top, no secret stash between the pages of a book, nothing.
Bunch of nudes.
Stelsa sends her nudes and she keeps them in her office for
enjoyment.
She stomps back and forth, pacing around the room, scratching at her face absentmindedly. Maybe there just isn't anything to find? Is that so bad?
Yes, if she's not bad, it's super bad. Ugh, look, see? I'm not big, and I'm not strong, and even if I get a growth spurt when I'm older, it won't change that I don't like to fight. That's just not what I'm cut out to do. I'm a thinker, and a listener, and a talker. Knowledge is power, and it's the only kind of power I'm good with. It's the only thing that'll keep me in the game. Everyone's got to play nice and get off my case because they know I've always got the dirt. But all those shifty, crafty jerks keep trying to hide their secrets from me. I'm gonna be hooped if I can't get one over on them.
Torona yanks at her pigtails and slumps down against the wall, looking as frazzled as ever. As ever you've seen her. This calls for a pep talk. You sit down across from her and offer a gentle smile. You know where she's coming from. When you came here, you were a mess. You still kind of are. All you had were your guts, your mind, and your goofy charisma. You've been blundering your way across the planet, but somewhere in between all the blundering, you've made friends. You've gained skills. You figured out how to keep surviving, even when it seemed impossible. If you can do it, she can too. Sure, she might not be as big and strong as she'd like. She won't always win. Sometimes there's gonna be days like today where she doesn't succeed, but she's got this spark in her. You can see it. That tells you that she'll be fine as long as she keeps her head up and tries to hang in there. Torona perks right up. Your motivational speech game is really on the ball lately.
Yeah. You're right. This might have been a bust, but I sure ain't. I've already got all sorts of connections and pals and skills. I mean, the guy I run those errands for, he says I'm one of the smartest and cleverest teals he's ever met, and that I'm really mature for my age, and...
You never find out what else she says, because you're interrupted by the sci-fi whoosh of the office door opening, and Tizia steps through. There's a long, awkward pause before she raises an eyebrow at Torona. Now, just what in the hell are you two doing in my office? Torona begins a stammering response, but Tizia jerks her head towards the door. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to get up. Right now. She turns to you. Not you. You, we need to have a chat. Torona flashes you a terrified look before scurrying out the room, the door sliding shut behind her. Tisius glances at the door, then pulls you towards the most secluded corner of the room, where books are piled so high they practically reach the ceiling. She speaks in a low, hushed whisper. Good idea, because you bet a trollbuck or two that Torona's listening outside the door. Hey, so that was some good thinking, texting me as soon as you got your palm husk back. You shrug humbly. You're getting good at leveraging your bountiful stockade of friends. I wonder what she thinks I'm gonna do to you. There's a lot of rumors about me. Most of them untrue. But when you look as tired as I do every day, trolls whisper. She chuckles slightly and takes a sip of water before sighing. I can't believe she'd thought I'd ever be dumb enough to keep my incriminating documents in my office. She must be getting real desperate to prove herself. This is exactly my point about how fucked up it is in here. Everyone trying to climb over each other out of the muck and pull the rest down like a shell scuttlers in a seafood storage device. Poor girl. She thinks she's got everyone in the palm of her hand, but she's being played as much as any of the rest of us schmucks. Another sigh. You feel like sighing may as well be Tisius' second quirk. But you've already heard enough from me about all that. So pretend I chewed you the fuck out or something. I need to reorganize all this shit now that she ruined my old system. Her office looks far better organized than it did when you walked in, actually, but you're not about to split hairs over it when Tisius just bailed you out of a potential disaster. You thank her, give her a quick hug, and then slip out of the office. Torona nearly falls over herself, stumbling away from the door where she was clearly trying to listen in.
Whoa! You're here and still alive and in one piece? That must have been a real close one. You know what she does to people who cross her, right?
Why is water making me burp?
I'll give you a hint, pal. It starts with disembowelment and only gets worse from there. Uh-huh. How do you make it out?
Oh, you know, talking your way out of a jam. It's a total breeze. Torona seems starry-eyed and impressed.
You sure do know how to handle yourself, especially for a weird alien. I think you and I ought to stick together. Technically, you don't owe me anything anymore, but us little people work best in numbers, yeah? You could use a friend like me.
You smile, basking in the now familiar glow of camaraderie. Yeah, you could use a friend like her. And you think she could use a friend like you too.
Aww.
You did good. And now we have one more ending, because they gave us 3 endings for this episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Katana one was best one.
Where are we? There we are. Have we
Okay.
been getting other... Please... No! I'm not naming him the Great Prophet Kyle!
Your followers agree with me. I'm so proud.
Sorry if I'm not responding to things as quickly as I could. I don't really know how to have the chat open at the same time as the game, so I sort of have to switch back between things, and yeah, I don't know. I'm bad at this. Torona. What time is it? I guess it's almost 6. So
Yeah, we got time. Last round. Let's go.
Follow her. Yeet.
Yeet, 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 yeet.
Gorgor.
Oh no, this is gonna be so bad.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, wait. First, followers, would you like to see... Various viewers, would you like to see
Oh,
the
no.
project I'm making?
It's very nerdy, viewers.
I'm making plush Friendsim characters, and I have a plush Tagora in process right now.
It's very good.
Oof.
He's real smart and a good talker, and he's always got the latest gossip, so you'd think he'd be my kind of guy. But he's also such a sleaze, like a real creepy creepster. Not to mention he charges out the sniff tubes for all his info. No thanks, I'll handle it myself. Ooh, but imagine the scandals if he turned out to be a rebel all along. I really hope we find something on him here.
After After some elite hacking, that is, punching his wriggling day into the keypad, the door to his office clicks open. The two of you slip inside and you glance around. You are immediately reminded of his hive. Almost eerily reminded of it, in fact. Did he just order copies of the same minimalist aesthetic furniture and have them sent to his office? That's, well, you don't exactly know what that is, but it's certainly impressive.
You know, I'm not so sure if that vase is regulation. Take a picture of it just in case, will you?
Sure thing. If you happen to accidentally delete the picture later, well, actually, you've accidentally deleted a bunch of pictures before. Figuring out your troll phone has been an ordeal. You line up your camera to take a shot and, oh, fuck. As you're about to press the button, your phone received an incoming call from someone, and instead of hitting the answer call button, and you ended up hitting the answer call button instead. Now you're going to be trapped in a social encounter that you weren't mentally prepared for. No! Oh, wait, it's just Tagora. That's no problem at all. He's gregarious and easy to talk to, and you're standing in his office. Fuck! Again! Throwing on your most practiced everything is perfectly fine expression, you try to angle the camera so he can't tell where you are. How do I do Tagora's? Can you do
My
that?
apologies for bothering you on such short notice. How's that?
I guess that works?
Wait,
I
so
don't
how
know.
do you imagine he's more like a nerd? Like,
My apologies.
No, he's not a nerd. He's like sleazy. Sleazy but not low-pitched. I don't know. His
my
voice is
apologies for bothering you on such short notice. I've recently learned through the grapevine that you may have been responsible for certain changes in
Zagizi.
Zagizi's attitude as of late.
They sort of assume that you played Galek's route before you play this route. Basically, in Galek's route, you end up getting them together into a pitch relationship. Galora is canon, and it's great.
I love it, so cute. I thought it might be prudent to let you know that... Wait, is that my office? Did you break into my office?
No! God, no! This is not his office. It just happens to... It's just, an office that coincidentally happens to look exactly like his. His face has been frozen mid-smile, and now it slowly seems to twist until the smile doesn't look nearly as friendly or genuine as it did a moment before. He starts to laugh. Little raspy chuckles under his breath.
I see! I see. More the fool was I to ever believe I could trust a fellow liar. Is this Galek's work? No, it couldn't be. He doesn't do that kind of subterfuge. It was all just a game to you. Yes, that must be it. Of course, it was. You're not here to make friends.
What? No, that's exactly what you're here to do.
The bills I so graciously forwent for your sake. Ha! Well, no matter. You can expect a very hefty invoice to arrive via email as soon as I finish typing it up.
No, please, no. It doesn't have to end this way. You were just trying to secure another friendship. He knows how it goes, right? Saying or doing anything for a bit of social gain.
Oh, but of course. And I would be very happy to continue our business relationship in the future. Once I've been reimbursed in full for my time and expenditures. Farewell.
He ends the call and his face disappears. The friendly little wee sound that Gripe makes cannot possibly underscore the finality and tragedy of this situation. Your heart, truly, is broken. But hey, at least you can trade one friend for another, right? Now that she's seen what you're willing to sacrifice for her. Surely Torona will... Torona? Ah, shit. At some point while you were distracted, she made a break for it. Now you're left with a not but hefty fine and an ache in your chest where friendship used to be.
Aw,
Rip.
that's so sad. The other one's better. So, yeah. Better call Gore.
That's his Gripe handle.
Well,
So yeah, that was half of Volume 11 and half of Volume 12 of Friendsim.
very cool. Very good. Some very good writing there.
That was Aisha Farah and I think David Turnbull.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Some good shit. Would you want to stream again another time?
I would love to stream again another time, Anna.
So you enjoy showing the world your reactions?
I enjoy showing the world my reactions and reading when people react to my reactions.
Yeah.
It's honestly the best part. You guys seem pretty chill. I hope you like me. And yeah, that's all I got to say for today.
Cool. What was I gonna... Oh yeah. Who's up next? Next we get Galek, and then we get either Stelsa or Boldir, and we're doing Stelsa first because you need to meet your government-assigned kin.
Okay. Yes.
You'll probably be highly offended that I say that she's just like you, but she's just like you.
Athletic and likes fanny packs. Yeah, that's pretty
Just
accurate.
the ultimate mom. And our dynamic is literally just Celsius.
No complaints.
Well, anyway, thank you all for coming. I want to make sure that the stream doesn't, like, cut off too much or whatever. I don't know. I'm still getting a hold of the streaming thing. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I will see you all when I decide to next stream, because who fucking knows when that's gonna be.
Agreed. It was fun seeing you guys. Hope, see you again soon.